Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 201. Rob Hoback. It is Sunday, May the 5th, so it's Cinco de Mayo. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you. Happy that you're here, honored and humbled that you just keep coming back. And, yesterday I didn't really talk much about number 200. That's quite the accomplishment. 200 days in a row, getting up and doing this and just focusing on the right things. And, as I reflected for a couple minutes on that this morning, number one, I was impressed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, wow, that's a lot more discipline than I would have thought. When I started, I was just like, look, let's just do this for a while and just see how it's going. And even the days that I get sideways, like the last couple of days, it's a good forum for me to work through some stuff. So for those of you who've been here, man, I appreciate it. I really do. So anyway, in that same vein, I want to talk about my thank yous, and I've got two very two ladies. The QE1 and my Aunt Barb. Both of them sent me texts yesterday that just of encouragement, of advice. I'm just very thankful. That's all I can say. So thank you to you both. What do we got next? First things first, I'm the realist. I'm also a son and a dad because I took on both those roles yesterday. It's been a pleasure having my dad here, no doubt about it. And anyway, on to our discussion for the day. Today is, let's talk about week in review, week number 18 that just finished up. So 1 week ago tomorrow, talked about Josh Rosen, a kid in the NFL that really got a raw deal, and how he handled himself with class to the point where I saw a couple different talk shows where people like, wow, I heard that he was a high character kid, all these things, but everybody had heard kind of the storyline was that this guy was real difficult, this and that. Well, not only did he prove to everybody that, like, look, he is mature and he's disciplined and all those things. He just, a lot of people were impressed, myself included. So all the best, Josh. I mean, while I don't love the Dolphins, I'm impressed with you and I hope for nothing but the best for you, sir. So the next day we talked about the price of progress and how it's not fun when it rains. April showers bring May flowers, and tornado warnings and flash floods and all those things. Well, again, price of progress. So it's not fun as we're going through those things, just like any other thing that we do that gives us progress. So it's kind of the same thing. Talked about, can you shut it down? Got a glimpse of what it looks like when you go all in on money. Or I did, right? I have a person in my sphere that they just can't shut it down, and you sit there and watch it like, how do you not see that, right? And I'm sure that there are things that the rest of us do that other people look at like, how do you not see that? So that was interesting to me. If you think back to Sam's birthday, the video I made in the morning was completely different than how my day ended. It was very reflective of how selfish I was, a younger version of myself, and narcissistic. And as that's going on, then, a bomb is dropped on me by, some narcissistic, selfish, immature people who just literally made things up about me and then perpetuated it. And so it's just very, it hurt my feelings, right? There's no two ways about it. Like, I thought that one of the people at the center of that was literally a dear friend of mine, and the way they behaved, you're like, what are you doing? And then hiding like a coward. So it is what it is. And then, I allow myself to get all spun up on about that. And then I think, as I'm writing this, I'm like, well, I got an example earlier this week. Josh Rosen got treated like shit. You didn't see him acting like that. Thankfully, only a handful of you got to see me acting like that. And then I left yesterday morning, got the kids all together and went to the first stop was to go to the donut shop because Sissy wanted a donut. I went in there, and just the vibe there was so complete. And I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, right? So this is the first step of you got to stop thinking that everybody's awful just because a handful of people are awful, right? So it was just literally, I felt blessed to be there in that moment with those folks. It was kind and it was a nice moment. Left with the kids, went ran some errands. Um, Came home. I was stewing about a couple things, and then a video came on at the right time talking about being different. Like if you're not being the real you, um, fake people are going to show up, and then you're not going to like those fake people, and they're not going to like you because you don't mesh well. And I think, well, that's exactly what that situation was. And I've listened to that video 1,000 times. Why am I surprised by that? It's like, no, because you wanted to. I wanted, just anyway. Yeah, it's just silliness. And then, there were a couple of things that happened yesterday as the party started that just took my breath away. The kindness of some other people that was just so completely unexpected. And so it's kind of like the offset, right? So it's like, you got a couple assholes making your life difficult. And then all of a sudden these people who are kind of strangers or people you don't know that well are just kind and sweet. And, just it's like, I want more of that and less than that. But it's right there, right? Like make some friends and hang out with those people and the hell with those other ones, right? So with that, I gotta go. My house is a mess. Sissy's ready to get on with her day, and gotta get Jack. So hands up, peace out. We're better together. We are. I know it. I may get crabby sometimes and act like I'm not. I may let the dickheads, deter me for a day or two, but don't worry, I'll keep coming back. And I'm sure that there are plenty of you, including the QE1 and Aunt Barb, that'll be like, no, sir, you come back. Or same way with Nuke. Nuke put a comment out there. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. Thank you. Have a great Sunday. Or Sunday fun day. Yeah, let's make it fun today. And we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Love you guys. Bye.